Hey there, good people. What's going on? Almost good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Why it's almost? Because it's around 11:20ish. It's like a cool night, and we're expecting a little bit more chill weather. I understand that some of you are saying, "Hey, this is not really winter, 15, 16 degrees." I understand, it's not really your standard European winter, but our countries usually get 40 degrees Celsius all year, 45, 46, sometimes some areas 52. So compared to that, the pleasant weather right now we can really appreciate. So we're enjoying mild chill and the breeze. Okay. So let's review a fragrance called Dunhill Perfume. And I got this fragrance finally. I've been looking for it. I'm a collector, right? So I collect fragrances. This is one of the older style 2006 release, I think, back in the days. And these fragrances are kind of like a Dunhill's vintage editions, right? These are, I think, discontinued now. Very hard to find, and even if you find them, this 75 ml may cost you a lot of money. Usually back in the days it used to be like $25. I paid about 30 something, 32, $33, I think. So it was not really very expensive or very cheap. And this is for men usually. I don't know if there's a women's version. So Dunhill made Dunhill D, Dunhill for men, Dunhill's a lot of other fragrances old back in the days, but their semi-vintage would be Dunhill Desire line. Then the newer lines are Dunhill Desire, and then perhaps few of the other ones, right? So Alfred Dunhill is a house not many people look up to, like collectors. They may feel this house is too, the basic and stuff, right? So so let's see what you get. Like this is similar to some of the fragrances, I'll let you know, but this is quite a nice fragrance. And I have a thing for presentation. If you see the juice color, it's all orange, and I do have a thing for orange. I collect a few fragrances which has orange juice, David of Adventure. Okay, then a few days back I repurchased Joop or Yop Wow. Those are orangey, and I have a few of the other ones, right? So let's look at this one. This is the box. It has this kind of like a snake skin or wallet or boot sort of appearance. 75 ml is like not my favorite bottle size, but it's okay. Whatever you can get. So this bottle size are popular with Mont Blanc, and Mont Blanc basically makes a lot of 75 mils, individual, and I think Star Walker perhaps, and then Exceptional. I'm not sure. This is similar to Exceptional by Mont Blanc. Okay, so that's the packaging. EDT or the toilet, and this is the logo. Back at that box, it looks like that. Kind of silver. It says Dunhill here. Okay, and it's a coincidence that I'm wearing a orange T-shirt. Okay, that's sheer coincidence. So this is made in France. So this is a British house as far as I know. Bottle is just one of a kind. I showed this few days back in top 10 Dunhill video, and it says very elegantly Dunhill. Okay, I love their fonts. Okay, amazing. So the base looks like that. Doesn't have any silver plate or anything, metal plate at the base. The juice color is just pure stunning, like orange, very orangey. And I think the bottle comes like this. Don't be worried if it's missing this much. It's supposedly like this. Okay, so this is how I bought it. The cap, good quality metal. Okay, clicks onto place. You can pick it up. Okay, the batch code should match the bottle and the box. Okay, so the sprayer is nice. I have it here on my hand for about half an hour. Let me respray. So let it settle down. According to Fragrantica, this fragrance has a few notes. I think perhaps sandalwood, amber, incense, cedar, petit grain, green leaves, and musk. So I'll tell you what I get from this. This is very simple, warming, cozy fragrance. Okay, back in the days, if you know fragrances the way they were made, this is like bit old school style. This is not really modern anymore. It has this nice little, almost you can say designer Grand Soir sort of feel. The amber really reminds me of Grand Soir minus a lot of things. This is not Grand Soir dupe or anything or similar, but it is something similar to Grand Soir, Dolce & Gabbana the one, Mont Blanc Exceptional. I think David Beckham has one fragrance which people compare this to. I have it as well. It's called Intimately Beckham, the square bottle. That one is a lot more spicy than this, but they all have some common elements like amber, a little bit of spices. So I haven't tried Mont Blanc Exceptional, that is discontinued. That has some boozy element to it as far as I know. I really wanted it. Beautiful orange color, but not available in Bangladesh. Okay. So this one, what I also get, it's hint of mild spices. I think they say incense. Don't get much of incense, but there's a little bit of sandalwood, sweet sandalwood. And I think Dunhill recently made a niche line where they have Indian sandalwood. This fragrance has some of that elements in this. Okay, so you can see very charming, handsome, like George Clooney sort of a persona, and it has warmth to it. And the cedar note in this is very prominent on the dry down, very faint cedar. So longevity and projection on this fragrance is not great. Okay, on me in a cooler day, I went to like I went for an evening walk. I sprayed like liberally, like 8 sprays. Okay, by the time I got back after 1 hour, 40 minutes or so, almost 2 hours ish, it was very skin scent. Okay, like I could not smell it from far from my nose. Like I had to literally bring my arm near my nose, then I could get some of it, like a little bit of a dry down, but it cannot withstand, the outdoors cold breeze or, sweating and all that. So I would suggest this fragrance is really nice for a personal space, like if you're staying at home, enjoying a cup of cocoa, reading a book, it's like those old school style fragrance, like watching Western films. It's good for indoors. Outdoors, not much. Think of early days of fall, mild cool breeze started outside. You'll really enjoy this fragrance. Not much of spice, not much of like push from anything. So the amber, sandalwood, and a little bit of that mild spice, warmth. Okay, so this is the fragrance. Okay, there's nothing orangey about it. You might think it's similar to Terre d'Hermes, perhaps. Nope, not really. But I really like the cedar note in this. The dry down of this, it's kind of will remind you of cedar from, perhaps, I don't know. What does it remind me of? There's something I have in my collection which is sweet cedar. Ah, man, I cannot remember at this point. Maybe something from Bentley. Bentley for men, perhaps. It has that sandalwoody effect and then fresh, sweet cedar. So this is the fragrance. Okay, this is definitely not for younger crew out there. Like if you're 20s, it may not work for you. If you're 30 plus, you may understand. Like it has a dad feel. Like a father figure, sort of responsible feel. I really like that about this fragrance. It could be good for perhaps office. Like if you do not like your loud fragrances, this is going to be a good alternative to loud fragrances. I would definitely keep this in a different part of my collection where I'll feel good about having this, but it's not going to be my daily drive or crazy about or anything like it. It's just nice to have a vintage fragrance like this. Okay, so I wanted to review this. Finally, reviews over. If you really ask me how to rate this fragrance, for scent profile, I'll give this like a 7 out of 10. Longevity and projection, I'll give it 4 out of 10. Okay, both of these are kind of under the average side, below average. Uh, the seasons to wait, again, I said early days of fall, mild cool breeze. It will last about 2 hours, not more than that. So it's a poor performer, and it's going to be good for mild cool weather. Overall, I give this fragrance still a 7 out of 10 because I love the presentation. Is very, very beautiful. Nowadays you don't see presentation like this. Companies don't really put that much effort to make a nice bottle. Maybe some do, but most companies, they use the same generic bottles. Not Dunhill has different kind of bottles for different fragrances. So check it out. Dunhill's Pursuit reminds me of the movie Pursuit of Happiness or something. I think it was Will Smith. Really emotional film. I don't really like Will Smith that much anymore, but that movie was really nice, right? So Men in Black, then his other films, Hitch. He was a nice guy. I don't know what happened to him, and most probably I know what happened. You guys all know what happened with him. Hopefully this guy, says sorry to Chris Rock someday. I really love to see that and hug it out, right? Because Chris Rock, I really love that dude. Okay, too much talk. Anyway, so Dunhill's Pursuit, 7 out of 10. Check it out and let me know if you ever used it. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.